Hello, welcome to the second episode of my first time playthrough of What Remains of Edith Finch. I said it first time, I'm not going to have to re-record. Thank you for coming back, first of all. I hope you enjoyed the first episode. If you missed the first episode and you've just found this one, maybe the algorithm has recommended this to you for whatever reason, then this is my second episode. I've already played about 45 minutes, 50 minutes of the game. So unless you want to watch from now, which might be weird, I don't know. You might want to go back and watch the first episode. Please do subscribe to the channel if you're new. It would be great. I'd really love it. Seeing the numbers of subscribers go up is cool and makes me feel good and warm and cozy and happy. It completes me. Your subscriptions are what nourishes me, and I need it. Okay? Thank you. I'm going to carry on playing. I loaded up the game and it is in the place where it last did an autosave. I didn't even have to press continue or anything. It's just done this. So I'm in Molly's bedroom and Molly is a little child and we started reading Molly's diary, which is here. And we now know that she became a cat and then she became a shark. Was there an animal in between that? Then she became a monster. And she was eating people. We don't know. Was it a dream? Has she got a wild imagination? Who knows? Please come and watch me on Twitch, twitch.tv/ad_ad_ad. I'm not going to do the graphics down here today, but you can look in the description. There's all the information. I stream on Monday nights and Friday afternoons, sometimes Tuesday afternoons too. Most recently, we've been watching some episodes of Grand Designs on a Tuesday afternoon, and we've been playing Lost Egg. Very frustrating, but also kind of satisfying game where I'm an egg and I have to roll around. Also, Grand Designs wise, a little while back, we watched an episode that was based quite near where I live, and then I went along and visited that house and made a little video which was available to watch on my stream. There's all kinds of good stuff happening on my Twitch, so come and watch. But if you don't like Twitch and you're more of a YouTube person, then I don't blame you. Hang out here and maybe suggest other games for me to play in the future. Let's get the game audio on and let's get into the game. Here we are then. Let me move my recorder. Okay, so I think we just need to leave the room now. Oh no! Look, we opened the window, didn't we? And then we decided to stop. Yeah, and then we decided to stop. Okay, so it looks like this is going to let us walk around the outside of the.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Every time I think I'm going to say something, Edith then says something. Okay, so this is Edie's room. Grandma Edie's room, who's dead. I mean, everyone's dead. I think we've learned that everyone's dead. What's this? Shrine sketches.
We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
That's cool. We saw that slide, didn't we? In the garden. House built in 1937 by Sven Finch.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Look at this. Molly Concepts. Barbara Concepts. What does that mean?
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Conspiracy Now, Sam Photo Award, Sam Medal Ceremony, My Friend Bigfoot. Was My Friend Bigfoot the film that that Barbara who was Edie's daughter and Edith's mum directed? She was a child star? I can't remember.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
It's all kicking off, isn't it? Lots of conspiracies.
Lewis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Weird. Let's have a look at Lewis again. The other brother. 22 when he died. Why are you memorialising people? What's going on? Eh? With your slippers and your pillbox and your oxygen. Your makeshift bedside table and your colourful chair with your wrapped up papier-mâché shark and your Norwegian folk tales and your alarm clock. Oh, I like the birds coming in and out of the picture. That's clever.
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
What have we got over here?
Her room was like a museum.
Uh-oh. Is this another book? I'm gonna look through this and then I'm gonna end up being Edie. Or I'm gonna end up being Odin. Who am I gonna be? We're about to learn something interesting.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune. And misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse. His wife Ingeborg and their newborn son.
Family curse. Family curse. It's official.
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
Wow. That's cool.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Now I understand the whole thing about the house sinking.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
That's cool. You can go back around. That's a cool effect. Can't remember what these things were called, but I used to love these. Looking at pictures of dinosaurs or... I think it was mostly dinosaurs. I can't remember any others that I had. Oops. How do we exit? Okay.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
There you go. Another drawing. Okay. So I wonder if we are progressively going to draw everyone. Looks like we're going to draw Dawn. And we're probably going to draw Sam. Because we've got Sanjay. So was Sanjay Dawn's husband? Oh. How do I exit this? Interesting. I think Sanjay was my dad then. I'm Edith. Look at all these books. I'm currently trying to read a lot more this year. I'm on my 4th book. As I record this, it is early Feb. And I'm on my 4th book of the year. I'm pretty happy. I'm reading a non-fiction book from my 4th, and it's less easy to keep like wanting to read non-fiction, I find. With fiction, if it's a good story and a page turner, you just want to keep going back to it any moment you can. I'm not having that as much with this. Anyway, you don't want book chat. Look at this carpet. What?
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Yeah. I mean, That's quite a cool carpet, but not in a toilet. Pretty gross. You go through here? No. No, nothing else we can do in here. Oh, here we go. Secret in the Bathroom by Sven and Edith Finch. It's the same key for all the padlocks. Is this actually a book, or are we going through to somebody else's room again?
There's a secret in this bathroom.
How cool is this?
It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard.
And it isn't in this book?
It's hidden in this book.
Oh. That is cool. Sven and Edie, you've done some cool stuff here. What's this? A dark room? Or a light room? What are they called? Light room.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
This is really cool. Okay. Can we go under here? Push this out of the way. Calvin's room, is it? Fort Calvin? Oh, is this... Two of the boys shared this. Oh my god, look. That's cute. Two little bros. Smoking. Sam and Calvin. Let's have a look at this again. Sam and Calvin, wow. And they were they twins? Look, well, they were born the same year, so you'd imagine so. Sam died 1983. Calvin died 22 years before that. Why are there cigarettes over on this side? Oh no, Calvin died before. How old was Calvin? I don't know why this matters to me. No. So Sam died at 33. Calvin died at 11. Right, that makes sense then. And they've left his room as was when he died. Or his side of the room. What's that? This is so cool. Can I go up here? It's not going to let me. Made him a little command center. What a game. What cool storytelling.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Hold on. So Edie was the great-grandma. Sorry, yeah. I heard them say that earlier, I think, and I was a bit confused thinking Edie was grandmother, but Edie was great-grandmother. Never talked about him. Get to go to a command center.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Oh, wow. Calvin. Oh, look, and this is the Edie. It's obviously painting tributes onto bits of wood, tree trunk. And there's one for Calvin as a spaceman. This is quite sad, isn't it?
How I Want to Remember My Brother
Oh, God.
by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
I'm in charge of this. I'm in control, even.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Oh, God.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
I don't want to do this.
I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that. Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
This is quite harsh that it makes you do this.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
That was kind of beautiful, wasn't it? The letter. Never wanted to die before he ate another mushroom. God.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Oh. Genau.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Wow, there you go then. That was really sad. What am I doing? This is an amazing game. Amazing game design. What am I doing here? Pushing it up.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Which one should we go in? Let's go in here. Well, that just takes me out here. Okay, so I can get into Barbara's. That's cool. Let's go see Barbara then. Oh no, how do I get out? Should I have gone all the way down first? I can't get down. This is all. How do I get down? It's okay, everyone. I'm in.
Growing
So hold
up,
on, Barbara Finch wasn't my... Sorry, I was getting confused. Yeah, I think earlier I might have said Barbara was my mum. Barbara was my gran. No? Great aunt. I can't remember who my gran is, but it doesn't matter. Dawn was my mum. Anyway, we're going to learn about Barbara now.
I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Died at 16. What? Yeah, I thought Barbara was the director. Was that Dawn? I'm getting confused. Don't worry about my confusion, though. I'm still enjoying it. So let's learn about Barbara. Barbara was a child star. She died at 16. Well, it looks like she was a child star. Look, she was in My Friend Bigfoot.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Looks a lot older than 16 there. Dreadful
Of all the stories
stories.
people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Guest starring Barbara Finch.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
Did we get that key already?
Minutes later,
I don't remember.
Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Am I doing this? Am I doing this now? Okay, here we
And
go.
as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
This is so cool. I'm doing this in the comic.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Can I play pool? Look at this. That was louder than I thought it was going to be.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
God.
Old Finch rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
It's Rick.
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out.
My doorbell just went.
She kept a little something
We can ignore that.
to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Here we go again. How do we get up there? Use the stairs.
Walter, are you there?
This is spooky, isn't it? This whole house.
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Back in charge. Well, you can see the set. Oh, there we go. Here we go. I was going to say you can see below.
She played her part beautifully.
I'm in Molly's room. Outside, do you reckon? Or
She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it.
okay, where are we going? This is just where we came from, isn't it?
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
Am I supposed to be doing something here? Here we go.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Go and hit him again? Or are we going to find out who he is? Rip off his mask. Scooby-Doo it.
Hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
The door. This is really cool. I like the music, building up the tension. Though it's like classic Halloween music.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was
I thought that said piss.
from inside the house.
What?
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor she had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box was all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Wow, I'm really liking these stories, these different stories for each person. And obviously that's the whole theme, and then they're going to be tied together in some way. Wonder if that area on the right-hand side there, we're going to end up illustrating something. So I'm Edith, we've done Molly, Barbara, Calvin and Odin. In theory, we're going to do Lewis, Milton, Dawn, Gus, Gregory, Sam, Walter and Edie. I want to do more. I want to find out more. That was so cool. I love the different... I sort of assumed when I was Molly and I became the cat, I was like, okay, well, here's the theme. This is a family of like shape-shifting people or whatever it is. And there's going to be lots of this, like going out and about as other people around the grounds of the house. I didn't expect each person to have a different story and a different like mechanic of interacting with their story. This must be so fun to work on a game like this and to have like the characters in their different bedrooms and to think of all the different like assets and bits and bobs that they can have in each room and then to work on these. Thinking about like the artists we got to like make these posters and things. Good job, game devs. I don't know who the devs are. I don't know who made this game. Well done. Well done if you find this. I'm sure you won't. Amazing. So that's how we just came in. So we'll probably go back out that way, yeah? Is that what I think we're done in here? That was great. Still feel a little bit sad about the Calvin one. That was really sad. The little letter from his brother.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Yeah. Right, now what? Should we go up here?
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Okay, not yet. Quite hard to remember where we've been. Here we go.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Is that what we're going to do now then? That felt like a little hint to go and have another crack at that. Come on. Keep going. Get the key. There we go. Satisfying. Is the pool table going to be down here still? Do we get to have a little mini game of pool? Are the balls laid out the same way they were in the comic? You got your cleaning products. You got your sink. You got your boiler. Sven!
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Oh, look. How many people are they expecting to need murals for? Dragon?
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Are we looking in the fridge?
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
What was she hiding?
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Oh my. Oh, some sort of dark underground alleyway.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
Anyway.
She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Caves. Look at this. It's your classic shelter. Storage. Alvin extra crispy cereal. Peas. Well, pea soup. Lots
If
of pea
there's a
soup.
pattern in all these stories,
Jam. Peanut butter. Oh no, ketchup. That's your ketch. Double ketch. Water. Beans. Yes, beans. It's basically a shop down here.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
So we're going to learn about Walter now. I wonder if I've missed anyone, I wonder if I'm going through this story as they expect you to. Because it feels as if I'm making these discoveries, apart from being pushed there or nodded towards going down to the music box to come down into the basement. It feels kind of organic the way I'm discovering this stuff. But I imagine it isn't. Maybe it is. Who knows? Well, we're going to learn about Walter now. What's this? Which is spices. Radio is tingling. So Walter just hung out down here loads. Was a recluse by the looks of things. An exercise bike. A painting of outdoors. Let's learn about Walter. Oh, there he is.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
Wow.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane.
Having to turn the mouse around to do this. I do little circles.
Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected
Peaches?
to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
1976. I like the music changing.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
What year now?
And then one day, everything just
The day he died.
stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting.
Like the little details, like the
Maybe
liver
I
spots.
just got tired of being afraid.
I was still doing
Been
the
a week
peaches
now.
then.
The longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
A hatch. I am loving this. I thought it was pretty cool the first episode, but this has been so cool. This episode, seeing it all develop. Like a bunker
I know it's
within a
out
bunker.
there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
They just want
I
peaches.
don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Oh my god! Walter! No!
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
The music and the writing, I was just thinking how beautiful it is. And then Walter gets hit by a train. And again, yeah, this must be happening in order, the way that he was like, Molly, what killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Hold on. Are we doing it in order? No. I was wondering if we were doing it in order of when they died, but we're not, because Sam died in 1983. I wonder if we were supposed to do anything on Sam's side of the bedroom. Because actually it would have been Molly, then... Oh no, I did Molly, then Calvin, then Barbara. I don't know, maybe I'm getting too wrapped up, but I wonder if I might end up having to go back up to that side of the bedroom and see something with Sam. Although there was nothing to interact with, I don't feel like this game has like really hidden things. It's quite clearly signposted which stuff I can interact with. Really cool. Really cool. Am I just going to keep saying really cool and so cool? I think so.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Am I going to get hit by a train now? Oh. Sometimes it's not quite clear what they want me to do with the mouse on those bits.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Yeah, imagine having a great uncle living in the basement of your house.
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house...
Was it an uncle? I thought it was a great uncle. Still an uncle, I suppose.
I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
You're taking all this really well,
The
Edith.
same mistakes she made.
You're coping very well.
Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself
Maybe 2.
and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Where did this train come from? And where am I going now? This is just so cool. I love exploring this. Why are there chairs in the
I
trees?
should even be writing this.
Look at it.
maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
If there are any other games like this, please feel free to recommend them in the comments. This is a really immersive experience.
But I thought you should know about your family.
What's this? Totem poles?
And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
I just want to take this in.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
It's nice the little interactions that you have to do occasionally that sort of keep you involved. It's not literally just walking through a story. I know that was just opening a gate, but it's just like a reminder
we've been
that
surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
you are playing a game.
What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
We're going to the cemetery now. Yeah.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Derpy and Derpy Jr. Oh. We've still got the ashes of my cat Bella, who died just before Christmas, so I was mega sad about it. It really affected me more than I thought it would, like an intense period of grief. But only for like a couple of weeks, and then it lifted quite a lot. But there are loads of little reminders that she's not around, and I do feel quite sad about it. But we've got her ashes, and we need to do something with them. Wow. So many pets. This one's fallen down.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery. I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
at this. I think I've done all I needed to do there. I feel like it would have kept me locked in if I was supposed to look more. Oh, I can't look anymore. There you go. There's the old house.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Look at this. Dawn, Gus and Gregory. Gus, Sam and Gregory. Sam and 2 sons. So these are the people on the leaves who married into the family.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Sanjay was my dad. Edith's dad.
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
Fuck.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Feels like that's a good place to end it for today. I wanted to do 3 episodes. I think this is about a 2.5 hour game, 2 to 2.5 hours. Probably 2.5 hours for me, let's face it. We've done an hour and 40-ish. We might have another 50 minutes or so. Maybe the final episode we can just play until it ends. And we've been through quite a lot there. We've learned a lot. There's been a lot of story development, a huge amount of story development, and it's quickly evolved into like one of my favourite gaming experiences. This is really, really cool. And I cannot wait to get back to playing this and finishing it on the next episode. And then reading about the game. I love finishing a game and then reading all about it. Learning about it and learning about little Easter eggs I might have missed. Thank you for watching, everyone. I can totally see why this wasn't really a good game to play on stream. It would, it feels like it's one that you want to get immersed in. There's some heavy topics, some topics that could be tough for people watching. Obviously, a lot of the time with Twitch streams, people come in, don't really know what you're going to be playing, but at least with YouTube here, people are choosing to come and watch this game. But it's beautiful. I love it. It's really good. And I'll be back for the next episode next Friday. These are being released on 3 Fridays in a row. Thank you. And like I said, recommend me games. Recommend me games like this. Recommend me any other kind of game. I'm pretty much up for anything. As long as it's not too hard. Okay? Thank you very much. Please subscribe. Please come and watch me on Twitch. Twitch.tv/ad_ad_ad. All the details and links to various playlists and various things are in the description. And I will catch you on the next episode very soon. Thank you. See you later. Bye.